and welcome to Culture on I-24 News. I'm Glenn Grober, and today we've prepared a beautiful show for you. We'll talk about an exhibition on Amy Winehouse with Israeli curator Asaf and guitarist Robin Banerjee. Composer Gil Shochat's new classical work unveiled in Israel. And we'll visit a kimono fashion show in Japan. Amy Winehouse, A Family Portrait, is an exhibition that tells the story of the musician's life through her personal artifacts, family pictures, entries from her diary, even her wardrobe. It's currently traveling from the Jewish Museum in London to Tel Aviv's Diaspora House. With me in the studio are Asaf, the Israeli curator of the show, and Robin Banerjee, a guitarist who played with Amy Winehouse several times before. Thank you both for coming in today.
Thank you.
So let's start with you, Asaf, and with the exhibition. Tell me a little bit about it, what you guys are trying to achieve with it.
We're trying to achieve a new perspective of Amy Winehouse. Most of us know only her public figure, like a really wild, rock and roll girl, but we're showing her intimate side. We are coming to her house, to her home, meeting her family, meeting her childhood. Also, in the exhibition in the Beit Futsot, because it's in Israel, we made it a little bit broader to show also that Amy Winehouse came from a bigger community, that her great-parents came in '82 from Minsk, from Belarus. We are like showing an exhibition about the immigration to London from East Europe.
So we're enlarging the canvas in a way, trying to show more aspects of who she was. Robin, for you, it was the first time you've seen the exhibition, just now in Israel,
It's the
right?
first time. I never got round to seeing it in London.
So what'd you think?
It's
First-hand...
Well, it's absolutely awesome. The moment I walked in, I thought this is an incredible tribute to Amy. Everything that was displayed was very much part of Amy's life.
You felt it represents her well?
Yeah, particularly they have the dresses that she wore in the concerts, the pictures of when she was a child, and it was very much a life portrait of Amy. I was very impressed.
Right. Now, there is this fascination with Amy Winehouse, with her character, even now. Why do you think that is? What's her lasting power?
I think Amy wrote music from the heart. She would use life experiences such as her relationships, her love relationships, romantic relationships, also her friendships, and she would draw from her life experiences and very much write lyrics and melodies that were true to her. Very much Amy's stamp.
Yeah, I think her persona must have also added to this her qualities.
Oh, totally. I mean, she was very gregarious, very feisty, but also she was very sweet and very funny. Yeah. So she combined that, and her personality was just as infectious as her music.
Yeah.
Amy used to curse a little bit in Yiddish, like in the rehearsal. She would say to Robin, "He's a little bit schlemeisel." Like she used to always to put some words in Yiddish when something was not good.
I'm curious because she is from Jewish background, Jewish family. Absolutely. How much of a role though did that play in her life? Do we know?
Amy, she was secular, but she was really proud in her Jewish identity. She was used to go with a Magen David on her chest. She said, "I'm a Jewish girl, but I don't say a brocha on Shabbat evening."
Yeah.
But I like very much, she liked the Jewish, she was proud in her Jewish answers. You meet like also in that we find like diaries of her that she says that already in age of 9, she said, my family is very loud. Everybody is shouting, very Jewish, my family. But I want to say, because of that, because I was the youngest, I have a big voice. So now I want to do something with this big voice.
She's definitely done something with that big voice, no question about that. What was it like playing with her?
It was a complete honor because she was blessed with a gift of music, and to play guitar with her was just such a privilege, and it just felt so good because I felt like it felt so effortless. So I would play, we as the band would play for her, and she would just sing. There'd be no fuss, no, you know. A lot of what Amy, the way she directed the music was through not saying anything, just singing. And if there was something wrong, we would hear through the musical director, which was very rare. You know, she just felt comfortable with the musicians. And
now I have a question, maybe a difficult one, about the exhibition. You know, it shows her wardrobe, it shows her personal things. Isn't there something voyeuristic about it? Something that may be a little bit putting her personality in a place that we just look at it.
I think that this is the answer for the voyeurism. The English press really was chasing for after Amy, her life and all her romantic and her difficulties with all the problems of addiction was all over the place. And this is we say that we have an answer for that because we are showing her room, her quiet place, her sacred place where she was, her books that she loved to read, her music she really loved, the sound. We put the soundtrack that she chose.
Songs she loved. Right.
We are giving an answer to this voyeurism that the English press was really after her.
Yeah. Maybe it was too hard during her lifetime, and now it is
I think that this
possible.
was one of her biggest problems. That it made it really difficult.
Yeah. Let's try to change the tone a little bit, something a little happier. You're playing a tribute show with Amy's songs now.
Yes,
What's it like playing it without her?
It is. To be honest, it is unusual. It's different. Like no artist sings the way Amy used to sing.
Right.
Like we do.
Now we're actually going to get the opportunity to hear something
Yes.
from your performance. What are you going to play for us?
We're going to play Rehab.
Rehab, and you're playing it with Callie Rivlin, right?
Yes,
Who's,
yes.
Standing in for Amy.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Okay, great.
They try to make me go to rehab, but I said, no. Yes, I've been black, but when I come back, no. That I ain't got the time, and if my daddy even survive, just try to make me go to rehab, but I won't go. I'd rather be at home with Ray. See, I ain't got 70 days, 'cause there's nothing you can teach me that I can learn from Mr. Hathaway. I didn't get a lot in class, but I know it's all gone in my shot glass. They try to make me go to rehab, but I say no. Yes, I've been black, but when I come back, no. That I ain't got the time, and in my daddy even survive. Try to make me go to rehab, but I won't go.
Let's turn now to classical music and to composer Gil Sochat, who recently unveiled his new large-scale work which draws inspiration from various religious texts. The result is both beautiful and challenging. Shachar Peled brings us the story.
In the 21st century, classical music is a rare commodity, but this doesn't seem to stop composer Gil Sochat, who is considered one of the most fruitful classical creators of our time.
When I was 30, somebody made a PhD or a survey or something like that about composers around the world, and they found me the most prolific composer of 30 years old in the world.
Now Now at the age of 41 and after a 2-year process, his new opera Dharma premieres. Derived from Sanskrit, it refers to the law of the universe that holds everything together, connecting the different elements of our existence. Written for voice and orchestra, each piece is based on a text, whether from Mesopotamian tradition, the Jewish Bible or the Christian Latin prayers, connected together into one philosophy, one religion Sochat truly believes in.
I consider myself a very religious person, but my religion is music. And I live absolutely dedicated 100%, like in a religious way, but towards music.
Beside him in this unique combination of classical and world music are 3 very different singers. For Israeli-Palestinian Mira Awad, the new concert marks an exciting new experience.
This is a first for me in the classical world. Now, needless to say, I'm not a classical singer. I do not come from opera. I barely can manage myself in this kind of, so it's a bit stressful for me.
Opera singers Hadar Atari and Bacha Kol also make up the female trio.
This project is unique because of the combination of styles, because of the different soloists coming from different backgrounds, and that's the beauty of it.
But in the post-pop culture era, is there really an audience for classical compositions? Sochat sadly provides the honest answer.
The world today, in 2014, doesn't want, not only doesn't need, doesn't want another symphony. It doesn't want another new opera. Nevertheless, they are, through these concerts, are exposed to a Tchaikovsky symphony or to Schumann piano concerto, and then they are coming slowly to my world.
I think in today's music, where everything is fusion anyway, I think there's room for everything to come with everything.
With 9 symphonies, 11 concertos, 4 operas, over 50 chamber and solo compositions, and 1 million tickets per year, Gil Sochat is indeed unstoppable.
Impressive stuff. We all know the kimono, but you couldn't imagine what goes into wearing one. A backstage look at a Japanese fashion show gives us a glimpse of what it takes to wear the kimono right. Let's take a look.
Elegance, Japanese style. The kimono taking center stage at Tokyo Fashion Week. Yet for model Rai Hamada, it's a piece of clothing that must be worn correctly.
In general, we wear Western clothes because they suit us and go with our tastes. For the kimono, it's the opposite. First of all, you have to fit the kimono rather than fitting the kimono to you. It's not an outfit designed to show off your body, rather it is there to show itself off.
Getting the kimono look right takes time. Rewind 8 hours and Ray's day starts with makeup and a hairstylist. This week she's modeling the kimono for renowned designers Jotari and Sansai Saito in a show that she feels showcases the best of the Japanese fashion world.
I've modeled in New York, Singapore and Hong Kong. I think the Japanese really have an individual sensitivity. For example, I think the hair and makeup artists here are the best in the world.
In the time-honored tradition of modeling, Ray was discovered in her hometown, Kagoshima, at the age of 13. At 29, she's now a veteran of castings and catwalk appearances. For Jotaro Saito, there are precious few models who dazzle in the kimono, some of which can cost up to $30,000.
You really need a kind of tailored elegance for the kimono. You need to be a bit sexy, as there's something slightly erotic about it. I only choose models who have these attributes. All that and how to walk on the catwalk requires experience. It's hard for someone at the beginning of their career.
In Tokyo, spotting a kimono in the street isn't uncommon, but it's usually worn by the older generation. The dream for Saito and Rei Hamada is to now inspire the next wave of women to wear this most Japanese of garments.
Before we wrap up the show, here's our cultural recommendation of the day.
photography, installations, and video art, all the artworks are centered on the hike, an essential step for artists to describe the world around them. The exhibition is presented both physically and virtually in an online gallery. It was curated by Non-Printing Character, a duo of curators specializing in merging art and information systems.
This concludes our show for today. I hope you enjoyed watching us. You can find all of our past shows online, i24news.tv. That's our website. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. You can write back to us, let us know what you thought of the show. Until our next time, take care of yourselves and please join us tomorrow.